I'm excited. I'm excited to start today's program. Good to be with you. This is Delaware 1059. 839-1059. Telephone number is 302-839-1059. Before I start, I've got to tell you the weather. Why? I don't know. I do, though. Hey, today it's going to be mainly cloudy and milder today. High near 50. Mostly cloudy tonight. Low at 32. Breezy tomorrow. Breezy. With clouds giving way to some sun with a high of 48. And Thursday becoming cloudy with a high of 47 degrees right now. Look, it's a nice day out. It's 45 degrees, but it's a nice 45 degrees. And it actually feels maybe a little bit warmer than that. 45 degrees in Lewis and cloudy. 45 in Rehoboth Beach. The same in Millsboro. 839-1059. The telephone number 302-839-1059. I'm starting out the show with something a little bit different today. First of all, my name is Jared Morris. Good to be here with you, and I'll be with you tonight until 7 p.m. I've got on the line right now Mentalist Dan Cain, who's the owner of Cain Illusions. Hey, Dan, are you here with me? Can you hear me, Dan?
I am here, and I hear you loud and clear, Jared.
Loud and clear. Listen, you got a couple of events coming up that you're here to tell us about. One, actually, that I'm happy to say that I'm going to be at. So it looks like we're finally going to get to meet face to face instead of just Facebook to Facebook. Let me ask you first of all, before we even get started, what is a mentalist? What do you do?
You know, I got to tell you, a mentalist. Mentalism is probably the last form of magic that is believable. You know, I said that we have a much more intelligent audience today. If a magician were to go up on stage, you know it's a trick. You can't cut somebody in half. It's an illusion. It's fake.
Right.
But if a mentalist goes up on stage, he has no props. The only props a mentalist has is the audience members.
Okay.
That's why you'll always see a mentalist bring an audience member up, because it's your mind that is our prop. We like to have fun in the theater of the mind. No pun intended.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So the difference is that a mentalist doesn't use any props. Just goes up there. What do they say? Mindo. Just goes up.
Right, mindo.
Listen, tell me first of all, what do you have coming up? A couple of events coming up that you're here to tell us about in April. What is this? A blind ambition drive. What's this all about?
Yes. This is interesting. The mayor of Smyrna wanted to know if I could help out with, raising some money for the local police station there and expanding their building, because, it's kind of outdated and they need to update a little bit.
Okay.
So I said, sure, let me think of something. And I came back to her and I said, how about driving a car through an obstacle course blindfolded? And, her jaw dropped. And she's like, yeah, I trust you, Dan. I've seen your work. But, I don't want to know how you're going to do this. Just tell me you're going to be able to do it safely. And I assured her that I'd be able to do this with no problem. The trick, the real magic, was convincing the insurance company at Willis Chevrolet that it was going to be okay.
For the car, to make sure that... Now, I don't know. How much am I allowed to ask you about this? Is it a legit blindfold? I mean,
It is a legitimate blindfold. I will have a bunch of people there inspect it. Make sure there's no you can't see through it. It's going to be triple layered, so it's not going to be like one layer blindfold and I'll be able to see through it. It's triple layered.
Right. I mean, it's a nylon stocking.
See the obstacle course until I get there. It's going to be complete with little stop signs and speed markers that I'm going to have to figure out where they are and how fast to go through the entire obstacle course.
Wait, so you're not going to, you say you're not going to see it before you get there day of?
Correct.
Oh, wow. So it's not like you're going to sit there and memorize the drive. Not that I didn't even know if you could do that. I mean, I tried to drive home blindfolded tonight. Well, don't try to do that. You're not going to see it. You're not going to see it. Have you done this before?
No, never. And you should see me walking around the house sometimes with my eyes closed. It's kind of funny.
Do you have it's not one of these self-driving Knight Rider cars you're going to be in, is it?
No, like somebody on the sideline with a remote control. No, nothing like that.
Nothing like that. Pretty neat. And so this is you're going to help out the Smyrna Citizens Committee, and it's going to be, what's it going to be saving?
We're going to try to help raise money to build onto the police station, the police station expansion fund.
Okay, the police station. Listen, it's been a while since we've talked. In fact, I think the last time that we talked on the radio was when you were doing a deal. We're predicting the Super Bowl winners over at the Green Turtle. This was like last year's Super Bowl, though. Did you have any luck this year?
I did, as a matter of fact. Is Gary still there in the studio?
Nah, he's not here right now.
Okay. I was at the Eagle 97 studio this past Friday morning.
Okay.
And they wanted to know if I had any insight for the Super Bowl. And I said, well, I think that the Ravens will take it. And I hadn't given it too much thought. I said something like about a 7-point spread over the Niners.
Uh-huh.
I think, what were they, like 4 points above them?
Yes, 4 or 5, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I called the Ravens, even though the Niners were favored. And so 2 years running, and I'm correct on the Super Bowl.
All right. So listen, I was talking to my boss today. My boss says that Dan is amazing. He's going to blow your listeners away. And I said, well, we're just going to talk about some of the events that he's doing. He said, no, don't worry about it. He'll blow your listeners away. I said, even on the phone? He said, even on the phone. And so I wanted to ask you, Dan, how can you blow us away on the phone?
Oh, boy. Okay, put me on the spot. Good stuff. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Do you have 5 business cards?
Like with me right now?
Yeah, or 5 objects, 5 small objects you could put on your desk, your studio platform there.
Oh, sure, yeah. Okay, you want me to do that?
Yes.
All right, 5 small objects. Does it matter what they are? All right, hang on. Doesn't matter what objects they are.
Done that.
All right. You want me to put them anywhere or what?
Just put them horizontal in front of you from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right in front of you.
Okay, they're there.
Left to right.
All right, they're there.
Oh, you know what? You're streaming live on the TV on the.
Oh, here, I'll fix that. Here.
You have to. I'm going to try this. I don't want people to think that I'm looking at the screen.
I just turned it off. It's down. No one can see it now. It's down.
Okay, so you turned the video off. All right,
Yeah.
Great, perfect. Okay, so pick an object out of those 5. Just pick an object in your mind.
Okay. Oh, in my mind, not actually pick it up. Okay. I picked it up.
Now, which one did you pick? Just tell the listeners what you picked.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's okay if I know. Just tell the listeners which one you picked.
An Allen wrench.
What's that?
An Allen wrench.
Okay, an Allen wrench. Okay. Now, that's all I need to know. Now, my job is to figure out where that Allen wrench is going to end up, okay?
Okay.
That Allen wrench, pick it up and put it in any one of those 5 spots. So you can take it and replace it in one of the other spots. Start it out anywhere you want along those 5 spots.
Okay, I got it.
Now, I have a lucky number. My lucky number is 2.
Uh-huh.
Okay? That said, we have to figure out what your lucky number is going to be. I don't want to know it, but you have to know it. So starting from the left, the farthest most object, you're going to count that left one as 1.
Uh-huh.
Then you're going to go to the next one, to the right, 2. The next one is 3. And count all the way to your object. That's going to be your lucky number.
Okay. Got it.
Good. Now, here we go. I want you to take, since my lucky number is 2, we're going to move 2 of those items. So pick up the one on the farthest left, pick it up, and carry it all the way to the extreme right and set that down.
Okay.
Do it one more time. Take the object that is now on the left, pick it up, and put it all the way to the right.
Done.
So that's my 2 moves. That's my lucky number 2. Whatever your lucky number is, don't say it out loud, but you're going to do the same exact thing I just did, but with your number, that many moves.
Do I start with the objects on the right and just move them over, you're saying?
No, take the one all the way to the left, pick it up,
Yeah.
go to the right.
With my lucky number, okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, done.
Okay. All right. Now I have to figure out where your Allen wrench is. Okay. So take your right hand, hover it over the object, if you would, please.
Okay.
Go to the one all the way to the right.
Okay.
Pick it up.
Uh-huh.
That's not it. You can put it off to the side. It's not it. Hover your hand. Go to the one that is now on the right.
Okay.
Pick that up.
Mm-hmm.
That is not it. You can discard that one.
Okay.
Hover your hand. Go to the extreme left now.
Okay.
Pick that object up.
Got it.
That is not the Allen wrench. Toss that. So we have 2 objects left. You're not giving me any indication of whether I've already picked the Allen wrench or not. That's good. Hover your hand over, pick up the object that is on the right. Pick that up.
Uh-huh.
That is the Allen wrench.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's the Allen wrench. That's great, man. That is great. Hey, listen, Dan Cain from Cain Illusions. Hey, can you tell me really quickly about what's happening on Saturday, March 9th? This is an event that we're going to be at as well. It's the 2013 Women's Expo. It's going to be at the Sheraton Dover Hotel, and it's an event that's geared towards home, family, career, finance, health issues. Here in Delaware, vendor booths and demonstrations and performances by yourself, the Mentalist Dan Cain, owner of Cain Illusion. What kind of things could we expect from at that event? Because we're gonna, okay. I finally get to see you.
There are a few things I can't wait to share with everyone there. There are a couple routines that I have created just for this expo, and I hope they go over as well as I have think they will. I did one example in the studio the other day where I touched I touched Paula on the nose, and Petch felt it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so yeah, I touched Paula on the nose with a feather, and Petch felt the tickle on his nose across the room.
Okay, cool.
And I didn't touch him, of course.
Yeah.
So there's one example. I can actually make someone feel what someone else is feeling.
Without using...
You could think of a loved one, and I'll tell you that the person that you're thinking of. I can guess how much change is in your pocket. Usually, I'm completely on point. I think there was one time where I was like a penny off. But, yeah, those are some of the things that I intend to do on March 9th at the Women's Expo at the Sheraton.
You'll also be the copies of your book, in your books on Amazon, too. What's your book, Dan?
Okay, the book's title is called Conceptual Misdirections, a discussion between modern-day mind benders.
Oh, that sounds cool.
And from my experience, from my observation throughout history, psychics / mediums and magicians and mentalists have had somewhat of a little bad blood between us. One camp says that the others are frauds. The other camp says, just be quiet. So, I know you've heard of the battle between Houdini and other mediums at that time, in the 30s. And I wanted to sit down, sort of like a round table, of a very well-known psychic medium, Donna International Master Psychic, and a very profound, well-known president of not just any magic club, but the oldest magic club in the United States of America, Charlie Joseph, and myself, a mentalist. So I had a medium,
okay,
a magician, and a mentalist, and we sat down and we had a discussion about everything under the sun. The conversation ranged from official opinions about one another to respect, and we talked about religion and spirituality. I think aliens were even thrown in there at one time. So
cool. All right, neat. Hey, let me ask you. I was just on your Facebook page, and a lot of the information that we're talking about today you can find over at your Facebook page. I got to ask you, what is the Genesis code? What is that?
Oh, the Genesis code. Oh, that's a good question. Here's something that I kind of figured out. The Tetragrammaton is 4 characters that make up the Hebrew name for God. As a matter of fact, if you were to see any reference to God in Hebrew text, you would see simply the name.
Yeah,
or
the unspeakable name of God, sure, yeah.
D, because the Tetragrammaton, the 4 characters used to make up the name for God, was too sacred to be spoken. Think of it as 4 consonants and no vowels.
Right.
Okay? Now, in the scriptures it says that man was made in the image of God, or created in the image of God. Well, if you take, Hebrews read from right to left. Well, if you take each character of the Tetragrammaton and you place it from right on top of the next one to the left, and then to the left again, it forms an image of a man. So out of the name of their God is the image of a man.
Oh, that's weird. I see it now on the picture. Wow. Dan, I got to tell you, you're fascinating. You're fascinating to talk to, and fascinating to get in touch with. The 2 events. The one is the Women's Expo. That's on March 9th. We're going to be there. I'll tell you more information about that throughout the next couple of weeks. The entire company, everyone's going to be there, and All of us from Delaware 105.9 are supposed to be there as well. Dan Cain, the mentalist, owner of Cain Illusions, is going to be there. But the other event, the one that's happening in Smyrna, where you're going to be driving a car blindfold through an obstacle course, Blind Ambition, when's that going to be? That's going to be April 4th, and I believe the time is going to be from 5 to 8 or 5 to 9. It's going to be that kind of time frame there. The committee picked that day. We all picked that day because the next day the kids don't have school, so we don't have to worry about kids getting up and going to bed early. I don't believe anything's going on after school that day, so we don't have to worry about the traffic. Isaac Willis is going to clear the lot, and the obstacle course will be created. And there's going to be some vendors out there. It's going to be a fun time, and I will be the main attraction. And hopefully I'll be able to drive through that obstacle course without any problem while blindfolded. And we're going to have TV crews out there. Hopefully, maybe you can make it out there. We're going to have newspaper reporters out there. It's going to be really fun. I would love to be out there. Hey, listen, what's the best way for people to find out more information? Is the Facebook page, the Twitter? What's the best way? I try to cover all social media networks, but the best way is to go to the website. Okay. Just go to cainillusions.com and check out the events page. For anybody who wants to contact me, there's a contact page on my website. So that would be the easiest way. Awesome. Dan Cain, mentalist, Cain Illusions. Hey, thank you so much. We'll talk very soon, my friend. Thank you, Jared. Thank you. Awesome dude. Hey, listen, traffic, weather, and more coming up. This is Delaware 105.9.